This is Greg. He's a disabled shark.
Greg is one of our zebra sharks, and unfortunately he was the victim of a boat strike when he was out in the wild. He was found off the reefs of Cairns up in Australia, pretty beaten up. So they took him in, nursed him back to health, but unfortunately he's still missing part of his pectoral fin, part of his gills, he's blind in one eye, and he does also have some brain damage.
He can swim around, eat well, does all the cool things.
And he's a little bit clumsy sometimes, but I really love Greg for it.
I didn't get to learn too much about sharks until my experience here at Irukandji. Sharks are really friendly. They're super shy animals, and they're very much like cats or dogs. And and they have personalities.
In this episode, we'll go behind the scenes at Irukandji to meet Greg and friends and learn what goes into caring for them. It's an early start at Irukandji.
I start usually around 4 a.m. with the fish. First things first is going through all the data. So we record everything we feed them, everything we do with them, and we make sure that the animals are happy days.
Then it's into food prep for the center's 200 plus sharks and rays. These fish can be picky eaters, so we take out bones and peel prawns. The nursery sharks get fed and all the eggs are checked. This baby bamboo shark is almost ready to hatch.
Here with our sharks, for instance, our beautiful brown banded bamboo sharks that are here, they're very, very successful at breeding, and they'll breed all year round. So what we then do is we'll send our eggs off to another aquarium. They'll share those eggs with other aquariums and private keepers throughout the world. So we're helping to stop that harvest of let's take bamboo sharks from the wild to put them in captivity.
Irukandji also breed endangered zebra sharks like Greg to release back into the wild.
And he's actually going to go through a test on this 13th to make sure he can breed too.
It's a huge operation.
So when we actually bought the aquarium back at Bob's farm, we bought an aquarium that was a tourist attraction, which people were just meeting sharks on the side. And I'm like, oh, this has so much potential to become a conservation loop for sharks and actually make a change, a difference. And we took over in 2014, and we've gone from 600,000 litres of water to 3 million. We've gone from only rescuing 2 or 3 animals a year up to 150. So it's been huge changes what the facility can do.
But no one knows these sharks like their keepers.
They all definitely have very different personalities, from our little troublemaker, Cleo, right up to Kalahari. She's kind of like a Disney queen.
Some are more bombastic and some are more reserved.
So Jaws, whenever I'm doing a feeding, he might not want food, but he just wants to come sit on my foot, hang out. He's just there for the vibes.
But after a long day of amazing vibes at Irukandji, it's time to close up. Join me in the final episode as I discover what the future looks like for sharks and rays and what everyone across Australia can do to protect them.